Here, welcome to Lymm Tennis Club's mini junior tennis session today. Understand you're in lockdown at the moment, but here's just a few little exercises we can do whilst there's not really much else to do. Okay? So all we're going to do is just a really simple warm up. All we're going to do to start with just simply jogging on the spot, and we're just going to get faster and faster the more we go into it. Okay? So just jogging on the spot for now. And all of a sudden we're just going to up the speed a little bit and go a little bit harder. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. A little bit quicker, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and jogging again on the spot. Good. And one more time. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice and quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Right, in the same space that you're in now, we're going to do some side steps. We're going to move across a little bit, come back the other way. We're going to get our arms swinging as we go. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So side steps 1, side steps 2. Back we go. Back we go again. Good. Back we go again. Good. One more time. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Good. Jogging on the spot again. Straight into some high knee raise now. So we're going to get your racket out in front of you. Get your racket and your knees to touch each other. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2. Good. Jogging on the spot again. And let's slow it down. Good. Okay, moving on, let's do some dynamic stretching now. Okay, so these are ones that you've already done in some of our sessions already. So let's start off with your Frankenstein. Okay, so get your knees up nice and high. Go up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Next one we're going to do is your Tasmanian Devil. Again, you know this one. So arms out in front of you. We're just going to go from side to side, really stretching out as we go. Okay, next one you've done this again is your James Bond. Okay, so we need to lunge forward, get your arms out in front of you, and you're going to stretch from side to side. Okay, so if we lunge forward, get your racket out in front, and we're going to stretch 1 and 2. Then we change legs. Stretch out. 1, 2. Again. Last 2 times. Okay, and final one. Again, you know this one already. It's your Spider-Mans now. Okay, so make sure you get yourselves into a press-up position. Then we're looking to stretch our arms up and go up with the arm. Okay, then you go back, arm up, and stretch. Back, feet up, and stretch. Stretch. Okay, good. Okay then, moving on to your first exercise now. For the rest of this now, all you're going to need is you're going to need a tennis ball and you're going to need a tennis racket as well, nothing else, okay? So all we're going to do to start with everybody is just try and get your feet nice and wide apart, and we're going to start with 2 hands on the ball. Nothing special, relatively simple. All we're going to try and do here is simply drop the ball and catch with 2 hands. I want you to pay really close attention to where I'm catching that ball. I'm catching it nice and low. I'm not trying to catch it really high. Keeping it nice and low, trying to catch below the height of my hips, okay? Once you've got to 10 of these, all we're going to look to try and do is make it a little bit more difficult, okay? We're going to try and catch it then with 1 hand. What we're going to do is we're going to alternate which hand we catch it with. We're going to catch one with our right hand, then we're going to go one with our left hand, okay? So same again, we're going to go feet wide apart, still trying to keep it, catching it below the height of our hips here, okay? So we're going to drop, catch with 1 hand, back to 2 hands, drop, catch it with the left hand. Down again. Here we go. Good. We'll do that 4 more times. Alternating which hand we catch it. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make it a little bit more difficult again. So instead of doing it on 2 feet now, we're going to try and do it off 1 leg. Okay. So now we're working on your balancing skills as well as your hand-eye coordination. Okay. So I'm going to go off my right foot because I'm right foot dominant. So I'm going to go right leg down. Still trying to catch it underneath the height of my hip as well. We're just going to go drop, catch with 2 hands. Drop, catch with 2 hands. Drop, 2 hands, drop, catch with 2 hands. Once you've done 8 of those, you're then going to alternate and go back onto your left leg this time. Okay? So left leg, right foot up, catch. 2, 3, 4. Once again, you're going to do that 8 times. Is that okay? Okay, so now we're going to do a few little exercises to work on your footwork. Okay, so as you can see, I put my tennis ball down in front of me right in the middle. So we're just going to do something called ball skips, okay? So all we're going to look to try and do is do a few little toe taps, okay? So all we're going to look to try and do here is literally go off one foot and then the other one. Obviously a lot quicker than what I'm doing, I'm going to show you that in a second, okay? We're going to try and touch the ball nice and gently. We don't want that ball going all over the place, okay? So as you can see here, I'm just bouncing off my feet here. You see how the ball is staying quite in a central position here, okay? Not moving too much around, nice and softly off my toes. Once you've done 50 of those, we're going to need another tennis ball. Put it down. Then we go exactly the same again. So we're just going to alternate between bouncing off each ball. So there, that one's rolled back a little bit, so I'll bring it back in. Once again, once you've done 50 of those, we're now going to make it a little bit more difficult. So now we're going to look to try and do crossovers, okay? So a crossover here is when we look to go 1, 2. So instead of just going 1 to 2, we're going across the ball. Okay, this one is quite difficult, okay? So, if you need to, just slow down the pace a little bit. As we go back and see, so I'll start to lose a little bit of control here, so we have to bring them back in. But that just shows that this is quite a difficult skill to do, okay? Okay, our next little exercise we're going to look to try and do, again, you don't need a partner for this one just yet, but we're going to look and try and do a little bit of floor tennis where we're looking to work on our forehands and our backhands a little bit here, okay? So the first way we're going to go is we're looking to go from right to left, and we're going to use one hand on our racket. When we go back the other way, we're going to be using our backhand. That's when we use two hands on our racket, and we're going back the other direction from left to right, okay? So all we're going to look to try and do here is stay facing this way, but we're just going to move the ball sideways on, then we're going to go back the other way, two hands on our racket the whole time, back the other way again. So we're just keeping that ball under control, side to side. Look how I'm changing the grip. I go between one hand and two hands. Okay? Okay, so we're looking to do 10 of those. Okay, so we're going to go there and back 5 times each. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to go 1, all the way across, 2. So one hand on this way, 3, and then 2 hands on the way back. That's 4. 5. See how I'm keeping nice and low as I do it, okay? That's 6. There's 7. And 8. Okay, last push now. 9. And 10. Well done, everybody. Good job. Okay, so now we're going to look to try and bring in a partner into this case. So if you've got somebody with you, that would be great, okay? So all your partner is going to do is they're going to roll the ball to you along the ground, okay? We're going to look to try and control the ball, and then we're going to roll it back along the floor to your partner, okay? Big thing that we're looking for here is, can you control that ball in front of your feet, okay? So if you look at how I'm going to do this here, the ball's going to get rolled in. I'm going to try and control that ball out in front of my feet there. Okay, and then I'm going to send it back. So I come back in again, the ball's going to be rolled. I'm taking it out in front of my feet. Can we all see that there? Then I'm going to send it back. If we are struggling with that, there is a way we can make it a little bit easier for you here. Okay, we're going to look to try and splat the ball, and then we're going to send it back. Okay, so once again, I'm just going to try and splat the ball to the side of me here, and then we're going to send it back. So one more time of that. Out to the side, splat the ball, and send it back. We can also make this a little bit more difficult. So this time we're not going to look to control the ball at all. As soon as that ball gets fed in along the ground, we're going to immediately try and hit the ball back to your partner out in front of our feet. So as we see here, that's the front and push back. Back into your ready position again, and we push through, back to ready, one more time, out in front, push. Okay? I want you to do 20 of those on your forehand side. Then we're going to go and repeat it on the backhand side. Okay, so our next exercise we're going to look to try and do is something that we've sent you already during the week. It's called pirate catches. Okay, so with your partner now, they're going to throw the ball to you with a bounce. Okay, and they're also going to call out left or right here. Okay, if they say right, you've got to stand on your right foot, and you're going to try and catch the ball in between your racket and your hands. Once you've done that, you're going to drop the ball and try and hit it back to your partners. Okay? Let's do a few examples of that here. So I'm ready? Right. So I catch, holding my balance, then I drop, and I hit it back. Left. Okay, so now on the left, holding the balance, drop, and set. Right, right again. And set. Right. Okay, so once again we can make this drill a little bit more easy and a little bit more difficult for you. Okay, so all we're going to look to try and do now is going to start with the easier option. So all we're going to look to try and do is, once again, your partner's still going to give you a foot that you're going to balance on, but instead of dropping it and hitting it, all you're going to do is just fling that ball back to your partner. Okay? Left. So we go catch, and then we pass it back. Right. We go right, catch. One more time. Right. Flip. Okay, so we can make it more difficult as well. And the way we're going to do that is, this time you're not going to catch the ball. You're still going to balance on one leg, but all we're going to look to try and do is just hit that ball back without catching it. So it's a little bit more difficult now. Left. Left. And hit. Left. Hit. Right. Okay, so what we're going to look to try and work on now is something we've talked about quite a bit in our sessions here, and that is recovery. Okay, so we're looking to work to get back into the middle of the court after every single shot you play. Okay, so what's going to happen now is, with your partner, they should be now throwing the ball to you from side to side. So we're going to go from alternate forehands to alternate backhands. But the big thing we're looking for here is, after every single shot you play, can you get back to the middle where you started? Okay, so as a quick little introduction, if we move off to the side, play that forehand, can you get back into the middle nice and quick? Okay, same on the backhand side. So if we do a few little examples here, I'm ready in the middle, we move out to the side, I hit, and I recover. So then we do the same on the backhand side. So I move, I hit, recover. Then we do a couple more times. So hit, recover. We go wide, hit, recover. Okay, two more times. I go hit, recover, moving wide, hit, and recover. Okay, so now we're going to try and make this a little bit more difficult, okay, by increasing the recovery distance that you have to do. Okay, so the difference now is going to be in terms of how we recover back to our starting position. And what I want you to try and do now is include something called a crossover step. Okay, so that means that once you've gone all the way wide, once we go into that position to play our forehand, we're going to do one crossover step, and then we're going to go side step back into your starting position. Okay, so I'm going to start off nice and wide, so I've got a little bit more space to move back into. I'm ready to go. I need to run across, I hit the ball, I go crossover, side step, ready. So I move, I hit, crossover, side step and back into ready. We go one more, crossover, and side step. Okay, then we'd look to repeat that process on the backhand side as well. So once again, I start a little bit wider on that backhand side. I go here, I hit, crossover, side step, move across, hit, back in, one more time. I go here, I hit, crossover, and side step. Okay, so that's just a few exercises you can do at home, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed it today. I hope to see you again in the very near future, hopefully this time next week. Thank you all.